welcome to my channel. My name is Titch92. Now before we go any further, there is not going to be a video of me just sat in front of a camera as I don't feel comfortable, and it's really not about me anyway. It's about the person that I'm going to be talking about and getting their story out there. So if you're the kind of person who has to watch someone on their screen, this video isn't going to be for you at all. But for those of you who are happy to listen and glance up at a picture every once in a while, or do whatever it is you're studying or cleaning, or whatever you might be doing, this is a perfect video for you. Because all we have to do is listen. Grab some popcorn, grab a drink, make yourself comfortable. So today we're going to be talking about an unsolved murder. I'd just like to say that I don't mean any disrespect. I have no bad intentions in making this video, and if I do get any facts wrong, then I apologise. I'm just going off of information that I found on the internet in articles, etc. And obviously this is my first video, so I'm a bit nervous, and just bear with me, it'll be fine. Anyway, now that we've gotten all that out of the way, we are going to be talking about James Stanton. Now I'll insert a picture of what he looks like and things like that as we go through. I've not really heard anything about this case before, and I've loved, mystery and crime stories on YouTube, and I've not heard this one before. So if we do a bit of background on James, he was 58 years old. He was from Thornton, Merseyside in the United Kingdom. He was a father to 4 children and a grandfather to 9 grandchildren. And he was also a loving husband to wife Jean. So James was a very keen squash player and was a jiu-jitsu instructor. And he was also very well known in the martial arts community, as he trained for many years in Bazakali. So to me, he just sounds like a regular guy, family orientated, very healthy and active for his age, and he was just living his day-to-day life, providing for his family. So I don't understand why someone would just murder him. So now you guys have a bit of information about who James was as a person and a bit about his life. We are going to go back to the 24th of July 2006. So on 24th of July 2006, James had gone to work like any other day. However, he wouldn't be returning because 2 men burst into Aintree commercial vehicles at around 6 p.m, which is where James worked, and shot James in his back and head. Both men fled in a stolen blue Toyota Avensis car, and I'll try and find a picture and insert it if I can find one resembling the car. And the reg number for the car was DM53MKK. Now, the stolen vehicle was said to have been stolen from Sefton Street in Liverpool on the 25th of May 2006, so a whole 2 months before the murder took place. The vehicle was later discovered on Blindfoot Road in Rainford, and I'll try and get a Google map image to show you the distance and things. When the car was discovered, it had been burned out. There was CCTV footage that had been released, and you can find that if you want to go and search for it, but for obvious reasons I can't include it because of copyright and things like that. However, there is this image that I'll insert here of one of the men that were involved. So in 2016 there was an article written, which was obviously 10 years after this had happened, and police spoke on behalf of James's family, saying that Jean, his wife, I'll insert a picture of her here, and the rest of the family are still suffering from the loss of James, and this is later said by Jean in 2017. So another article was written in 2017, and Jean actually had this to say: "I lost my husband 11 years ago, and until those responsible for Jim's death are caught, we will never be able to move on." She also goes on to say that she continually struggles with the question of why this happened to Jim, and would ask anybody who has any information to contact the police. Now, the detective leading the murder case is Detective Superintendent Dave Brunskill. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And he said that he believes the community, especially the criminal fraternity or criminal underworld, however you would like to phrase it, he believes they know who is responsible for Jim's death and would be able to assist in any vital information. He said he would urge anybody with information to come forward to help James's family get some sort of closure. Now, a lot of you might be sat there thinking, well, what have the police done in the last 12 years? Yes, it has been 12 years at the time that I'm recording this. Have they had any leads? And the answer to that is they have done all that they can do at this point with the little information that they have. They have done all the usual appeals for information, and it has been aired on Crime Watch, all that sort of stuff, along with the CCTV footage. Interestingly enough, the Crime Watch episode actually managed to get 10 calls into police, and I know that doesn't seem like a lot. However, a number of the callers named the same person as being connected to the shooting and a black Vauxhall Vectra, and I'll also insert a picture of what that car looks like, which registration number was KN53YHC, which was spotted in Latham Road, Huyton, Huyton. I'm sorry if I butchered that. And that car was identified as being a possible connection with the case. Now, I don't really understand this bit because it seems so very vague to me, but police are trying to trace a woman with a pushchair and a taxi driver in the Ormskirk Road area on the night of the shooting. That could be anybody, in my opinion, and I don't really feel that's helpful because there's a lot of people with pushchairs and there's quite a lot of taxi drivers nowadays, But with all this being said, police are still continuing to appeal to members of the public who may have seen something or heard something, or even seen the stolen vehicle between the 25th of May and the night of James's murder. However, police do suspect that the plates on the car was switched. Police are still offering £20,000 as a reward. Obviously, this money will only be given if the information leads to the arrest and conviction of the killers. I did read in other articles that police were very interested in speaking to a man who was on a pedal bike who had apparently indirectly contacted the investigation team but has never come forward. That's very interesting. Police apparently said this man clearly witnessed part of the incident and they believe he was on Ormskirk Road at the time of the shooting and would urge him to come forward. However, I've never heard of the people who wrote the article before, so I have no idea if that is actually true or not, so make of that what you will. Just take it with a pinch of salt. The most scariest part of this for me, though, is not the fact that it just happened to a normal person that was just going about his everyday, day-to-day life, The scariest part is that the police have never found a motive for James's murder, which can really only lead them to believe that this was a case of mistaken identity. And that, guys, is all I have on the case. I did try to see if there was any updates, but I couldn't find anything at all. I think it is horrific how two people can kill an innocent man so callously and leave behind no evidence. It seems like they've done this sort of thing before. Did they steal the car and then scope out James? Did they find out his whereabouts and things like that? I don't know. These stories just never make sense, especially when there is seemingly no motive to them. It's just, it creeps me out. And within saying that, I'd just like to apologise if this video is a bit long. This is my first time making a video, but I hope that this will help. I hope that this will help in some way and maybe jog someone's memory. You know, if anyone has any information, all the numbers will be in the description. You know, any information will help. I really hope that this murder case gets solved so James's family can begin to heal and have some sort of justice. You know, I can't imagine them never knowing what happened to him. It's just awful. It's just horrible. I couldn't do it, going through life not knowing what had happened to a loved one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more, because there will be more coming eventually. So yeah, please share, like, subscribe. So my thoughts and prayers go out to James's family and friends, and to my viewers I send nothing but love and positivity your way, and I hope you stay safe until next time. Bye.